When I was grading the homepage design project, I noticed that a lot of you did rollover buttons over here in like images. And so, here's an example of a nice rollover. But there is an easier way to do it just using the CSS. So I'd like to show you. So what I did is I took one of these buttons and then the rollover, and I stripped out the letters so that this is just a background image. So now what we can do is, let me just start with a blank layout. So I can just take that UL nav and copy it. Let me go back here and then let's do the UL nav and then paste in those. And now when I do that, it looks like the CSS got stripped away. So let me go back here and then go to find the CSS for that. And here it is, starting here and then going through the hover. So I'm going to copy that. And then here in my CSS, I want to replace the old, or the CSS for the UL nav, so I have to find it. And here it is. Go ahead and replace that with what was there initially. So let's go take a look at that now. I'm going to save all. Okay, so let me go back to the source code, and it looks like when I pasted this in, it changed it to nav1. So I want to get rid of that nav1, and then we bring it back to the way that it was. Okay, so this is kind of like a starting point for our navigation. But what I can do now is I can go in to this this navigation here. Right now it has this background color of green, and instead I can choose this black color, and then I could also just go into that and give it a background image. Let me go to the root. And set that background image, and I want this to be no repeat, and I want it to show up left and top. Let's see how that looks. Okay, so then I've got this background image, and then I can also go in and change the hover. So again, I want to change this background to that dark black, and then for my background image I'm going to use this rollover image, and once again I want to do a no repeat, and then I want to do left and top. I'm not even sure if I need to do those, but we will go ahead and do that. And so now what I'll probably need to do is just change that text color. Let's go with black. And then I could also change it for the hover. Then you can play with this, choose a color that you think works. And then we can also experiment a little bit with the height for these. So let's go to box and then give it a height. Let's try 30 pixels, 50 pixels. So so the idea is we want to get it to be a height that shows the whole background image. So I'm going to cancel out because that didn't work the way that I expected, so I need to do it. What I could do is also just play with the font size. So let's and then once I make it bigger, then that'll show the whole image in the background. So there we go. So you could play with those sizes. Now another thing that we could do, and actually let me just go ahead and save this out and then just do a little F12 to show you what it looks like. And you can see right now it doesn't look like anything, but whoops, once we upload, like save and upload that the CSS, which is a nice external style sheet, and I just did a Control Save and then a Shift Control U to upload it. Then let's go back, and then let me refresh that. Oh, it looks like I need to upload the images as well. So let me do that. Go ahead and upload those images. And then let's try this again, hit my refresh, and then you can see we have the images in there. It looks like we need to work a little bit with the widths and the sizes and things like that, but that's easy enough to do. And then we also want to get rid of those bullets. So anyway, once we do this, we could also play around with the fonts in there. So I really like this website, Best Google Web Fonts, and you can get to this by clicking here and then clicking developer links and then clicking like scrolling down and then clicking on font, and then that'll take you here to Delicious where I keep my fonts, and then it's this link, Best Google Web Fonts. So here's a nice font, Able. It's a simple font. So what I could do is just take this URL and paste it in my head tag, and then for my styles I can choose, I can just select this and paste it into my styles. So we do those one at a time. So let's start by going to my source code and just go up into the head tag and then paste in that link to the Google Fonts. And then what I can do is paste in the font face. So let me go back to Google Fonts, and so I want to select this, Control C, go back to Dreamweaver, and then I could just paste that in for my font face here. I could do it in here, or I could probably do it in, just up here with the LI. But I want to make sure that it's the link that looks like that. So I'm going to do it right here, right under where I set the font size. And then we'll just paste that in for the rollover. So let's see how that looks. Notice that if you don't see it in Dreamweaver, you should see it on the page. So let's go look at it in live view, and then we'll see a better example of what that font face looks like. And I might want to experiment with making it bold and see how that looks. And you can just play around with this a little bit. So let me just do a save all, and then I'll upload the HTML and the CSS files. Then we could go look at it one more time. So what we've done is chosen a different font face. So the cool thing about this is that If I want to add in another link, it's super easy. I just go back to Dreamweaver and then let me get out of live view. And then I just click here, and once I turn this into a link, and I'll just put in a pound sign to be a placeholder, notice that it looks just like these other links. So and I didn't have to mess around with the graphics program or anything like that.